Randy McKee with Soccer 605. I'm here with South Dakota High School Tournament Director Denise Werner from Mitchell. Denise, thanks for spending a little bit of time with us today.
You bet, you bet. Thanks, Randy. What do you want to know?
Well, here's what I want to know first. You know, we were here not very long ago with Soccer 605 asking for access, which I've never seen anybody give anybody more access than you've given us, and we really want to thank you for that. But you had a pretty good team of people in there, you know, putting information in. So kind of tell us a little bit about your crew.
My crew has been awesome, both last year and this year. Last year, there was a lot of teaching on my part that went on as far as telling them what to expect with this large of a tournament and, you know, how it ran, the ins and outs and just the details. They caught on very quickly, and this year they were spot on, ran like clockwork, great group of people. They made my job easy.
You know,
easy.
Well, you know, and everything does seem to be just running just perfectly, except, you know, who put in the order for the wind.
Yeah, somebody could shut off the fan. Good grief. I remember tumbleweeds, I remember snow, I remember ice, I remember fog. This kind of wind, I think, is a first.
Well, you know, I've been in Aberdeen a few times when it was at least this bad, but, you know, it chased a lot of people who were once outside to inside, which is where we are right now in the DW women's locker room, which they've been, again, very gracious to let us use. But, you know, it seems like the right adjustments were made. Everything, I mean, you didn't miss a beat.
No, and I got to tell you, the Park and Rec crew really stepped up. The nets, you know, were an issue in this wind. These kids with the wind would hit an upper 90 and, you know, snap those ties right off the nets. So, and they were right on to fix them. So, you know, I got to hand it to them. They've done a great job as well.
Well, you know, this tournament comes back to Mitchell in 2 years.
In 2 years. In 2013, it will be the activities side, Activity Association. So it'll be a smaller tournament.
And you probably won't have to do all the work because they'll take care of it then, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to be the tournament director for that one.
Well, it's not going to be too long, just kind of changing the subject a little bit, but it's not going to be too long, and you're not going to be a soccer mom of a kid who's in school playing anymore. You're going to have to travel a little bit more to see Jordan play, probably, if you're going to watch him play.
If he decides to, you put me on the spot here. If he decides to take it on, of course he'll be graduating this next year with his degree in wildlife management, but he's got some aspirations to take a shot at whatever he can take a shot at for soccer. So I'll leave it at that.
Well, I'll tell you, I've been pretty lucky today. You know, I got to interview the legendary Gordon Hollenbeck, who started this thing, and you know, there's when you start talking about the short list of people in South Dakota who are instrumental in soccer, your name's always one of the top few also, so I feel really fortunate to have you today too.
Well, thank you very much, Randy, and you all have been incredibly supportive in starting the Soccer 605. I mean, this was what was needed. This was the pill that we needed right here, was to get Soccer 605 and to get the media that we needed. And Gordon is going to be helping me with the award ceremony. So he also has some T-shirts from the very first year in his drawer that he's going to bring. I'm not quite sure how we're going to implement them, but he's just thrilled to do it. And I'm very honored to have him here helping.
You know, I remember having a lot of conversations with Gordon back in the days when we both lived in Pierre, and some of them weren't really that friendly from my part because I wanted to get out there and get my kids' nose bloodied up in the big world, and Gordon kept saying, "Be careful what you ask for, kid."
Yeah, exactly. You know, we're friends and we have disagreements, and you know, at the end of the day, we sit down and have a beer together. I can say that here, can I?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
But of course, we're not encouraging any underage drinking, and always drink responsibly, which is
for the adults who put this on.
Well, Denise, thanks very much for taking time out of your hectic, very busy schedule here to share a little information with us on Soccer 605. And I have one question to ask you. Yes. Where do you get your soccer information?
Soccer 605!